What's going on, guys? Eric here with Proactive Intuition, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys all of the reseller equipment I use. From what printer do I use, what computer do I use, what does my lighting setup look like. I'm going to be sharing all that with you guys in this video. Alright guys, so if you don't know me, my name is Eric Jacob. I am a full-time eBay reseller. I also sell to private buyers, but I've shipped anything from collectible items to clothing to shoes to musical instruments to video games. If you know anything about me now, I mostly specialize in smaller electronics, mostly phones, iPads, MacBooks, things like that. Anything that's small, lightweight, has a high value. That's what I mostly specialize in now. So the shipping that I do now is very simplistic. I don't have to ship a lot of large packages anymore. So anyway, I just want to show you guys kind of my setup that I have going on here. So I'll just start on this side of the room. For my inventory, I don't really have to, it doesn't take up a lot of space anymore. When you're shipping phones and smaller items, you don't have to have tons of shelving and anything. Like I used to have a 10 by 20 storage unit just full of totes. I still have some of my old inventory out in the garage that's more of like long tail items that take longer to sell. But for the most part, this is how I do all my inventory. So what I do, I have these inventory letters. I don't know how well you can see this here, but I have these inventory letters, basically A, B, C, D, all the way down to G here, and then I have more totes out in the garage. But all I do is I put in my title, this is a little old school, but I put in my title, like if I sell an item, I put at the end of the title a letter and a number to organize my inventory. So if I sell, let's say item D3, this is item D3. It's already pre-packaged, ready to go. All I have to do is slap a label on it and it's good to go. So it really speeds up my shipping time whenever an item does sell. So that's how I organize everything. I've just got one of these multi-bins here, and that's how I do that section. This shelf here is my needs to be listed on eBay shelf. It's pretty bare, and I have a bunch of stuff on there that shouldn't be on there because it's not stuff I'm going to list on eBay. But this is what I do for anything that needs to be listed on eBay. This is my computer setup in my office. So I just use like a regular Windows desktop for my computer. I also have two laptops. One that I take to a coffee shop every once in a while. I have one other out in the garage that I do all my shipping with. Vision board, very important to keep the things that you want in life. And you know, keep it in your eyesight, keep it in your head on a regular basis. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys that, but that's basically all my values, all my goals, what I want to accomplish in my life. Let's see. This is just a basic Canon printer. A lot of people think that you have to have like a super fancy printer, like you see me post those videos of like the Rolo printer. If you have a limited budget and you're just getting started selling, you don't have to have all this fancy equipment. You literally need a cheap computer and a printer, and that's it. Maybe a phone. Phone would be good too as well, a smartphone, so you can get on the eBay app, look stuff up. But this is all you need to get started. I've had this printer for a very long time, and it's still running good. But if you do get more advanced, you start selling more items, highly recommend switching to a thermal printer. I'll show you that in a little bit. It's out in the garage. I'll show you my lighting setup here real quick. These are called Limo Studio lights. They're just like, they're just cheap umbrella lights pretty much, but they work great. They provide great lighting. Kind of show you what an item looks like with that. So you ever see those, I mean, whenever you're posting on eBay, you want your items to look really clean. So I mean, that's what a listing can look like with these lights. It makes your listings just look a lot more professional. They're very bright, but they do the trick. And then the paper I use here is just called photography paper. If you go on Amazon and look that up, I'll actually have all this stuff linked below if you want to check it out. I actually have a website where I linked all of my stuff together, basically all the equipment I use. If you want to take out all the research and work yourself, you can just click on that link and access all that. But I can't take credit for any of this. This is actually, I'm sure you guys have heard of Rally Roots. They're like the biggest reseller YouTube channel now, or one of the biggest reseller YouTube channels. But this is their exact lighting setup. So I got all this from Ryan and Allie Roots, and then as well as the inventory system. I learned that from Ryan and Allie Roots too as well. They were really the first channel I watched that made me believe that this was all possible. I don't sell the same types of stuff that they do anymore. Like I said, I specialize in phones and electronics now, but they definitely were like the first reseller YouTube channel that made me think that you could have like a good income while reselling and actually have like a good life. Like they didn't like just hoard a bunch of items, and their house wasn't super messy. Mine looks pretty messy right now, but they had a good lifestyle, and they were their own boss, and they travel. Like they were really the most inspirational YouTube channel that got me started on this journey. And then over here, this is just like my lighting setup. So I have like a ring light, and then more limo studio lights. This is just for like whenever I shoot videos for you guys and do like any whiteboard videos. But I'll take you in the garage here real quick. So this is my garage setup. So I just have a couple shelves. This is actually most of my old inventory. So I do the bin system on these two as well. There you go, there's a letter and number. This one's not prepackaged, but most of this stuff I don't really sell anymore. This is just old sitting inventory that needs to sell. It just takes a longer amount of time. Over here, this is probably my best friend with reselling. Once you get a little more experience, you start selling more items, definitely get a thermal printer. This is a Rollo. They work amazing. You print all your labels out at once. It doesn't use any ink. Definitely a reseller's best friend right there. I keep a lot of my tape hung up on these nails here. This is a Brother printer. That's just like a toner printer. This is the laptop I use for printing a lot of my labels. I keep a lot of like bubble mailers over here, poly bags, flat rate padded envelopes. Those are great for anything over 16 ounces. Bigger items you can ship in these types of boxes. These are actually, there's stuff still in here. I don't usually like shipping big stuff anymore, but those Home Depot boxes I use, that's another thing I learned from Raleigh Roots. Something else that I like to keep on hand is packing paper. I get this at U-Haul. You can get these boxes. They're kind of expensive, but you get a lot of paper, so it lasts you for a long time. Other than that, the USPS boxes are really, really good. I might go back to see if the camera's in focus. Okay, so other than like having like padded mailers, poly bags, bubble wrap is really important. I didn't show you that, but I do keep bubble wrap on hand. Priority mail, flat rate boxes are great. So if you're shipping things like, I ship a lot of laptops, MacBooks, anything that's big and needs to be shipped in a box, these flat rate boxes are free. If you go to USPS.com, you can get all this equipment for free, as well as those that big white padded envelope, those USPS flat rate bubble mailers. Those are also free on there. So, you know, save yourself some money and hop on there and get these boxes. But they ship for one flat rate in the US, but these medium flat rate boxes I use almost every single day. But that's pretty much it. I got some more stale inventory over here. Sell a couple of those items a month just to get rid of them. But other than that, I mostly just specialize in this kind of stuff. So it's mostly just the you know, tablets, phones. I just did a bunch of my orders yesterday and I listed a bunch of stuff over there. But that's pretty much it, guys. So, you know, if you're looking to get started with reselling, you don't have to have the fanciest equipment. Oh, it's kind of blurry here, but you don't have to have the fanciest equipment. You just have to, you know, basic printer, basic computer, and that's all you need to get started. Like I said, if you want to check out the reseller equipment that I use, click the link below. I'll have everything linked there. If you appreciate this type of content and you want to surround yourself with a good group of resellers, people who are, you know, actively growing their reseller business, I do have a free Facebook group you can go to. If you click on the link below, I'll have that linked there as well. And as always, if you appreciate this type of content, be sure to give me a subscribe, like, comment, let me know if you liked or disliked this video and what I could be doing better, or if you want to see more of this type of content, let me know. But I appreciate all of you. I hope you guys crush it in your sales this week, and I'll see everyone in the next video.